Hello, welcome back. I have Indy here with me, and this is the start of a reading vlog. So I am going to be doing like a themed reading vlog each month. That's my goal. Last month I did reading new releases. Indy and I are on our way to my parents' house. It's Friday. Just got off work and I went to Starbucks and I got one of these new summer berry refreshers. And I haven't tried one of these yet, but they have like pearls. They're not tapioca pearls, they're like bursting like juice pearls. But I got the summer berry or whatever, but it's with lemonade and it's pretty good. The options are with water, with lemonade, and with coconut milk. I think I am gonna really like the coconut milk one, but I wanted to try the lemonade one because the barista that I ordered with said it was her favorite way to drink it because it's like a little bit tart. And she's right. And it's pretty good, but I think I'm gonna like the coconut milk even better. We are on our way to my parents' house. We also got my mom her what we call a why bother. If you don't know what that means, go watch my last vlog from Mother's Day where I talk about my mom's drink order from Starbucks and the fact that we call it in my family, we call it a why bother. But I wanted to go ahead and open up this vlog, talk about my summer drink. It's perfect weather for it. It's 75 degrees here in Virginia. And yeah, hopefully we're gonna have a fun weekend, read some good books, hopefully get a 5-star, and I'll talk to you soon.
I was quietly protective of my heart to reassure that I couldn't break to pieces and be left alone once more. If you hadn't been so patient, you'd be easy to ignore. You put up with all my till you didn't anymore. And now I stand here calling at your door. Oh, now I stand here calling at your door. Yeah, I'm yours, anywhere you want. Yeah, I'm yours, and now we're singing. I have been too self-involved, been protective of my feelings, but somehow you made me fall. You got underneath the surface and you shattered every wall. And I know I got that feeling, there's no question anymore. And now I stand here calling at your door. Oh, now I stand.
All right, now that we are out of our work clothes, the hair is up, the wine is open, let's talk about what we're gonna read for this vlog. So this is a vlog reading the 3 lowest rated books on my TBR, and this is according to Goodreads. So I looked at my Goodreads want to read shelf and I sorted by average rating, and these were the 3 that were the lowest that I owned. So the first book we have is This Might Hurt by Stephanie Roble. And I have read the first chapter of this, and it's basically just a sister calling her other sister, trying to get a hold of her, and she realizes that she is missing. And I do know that this has cult vibes. I really liked Darling Rose Gold by this author, but that's the only other thing I've read by Christina Roble. And I know she's put out at least one other book since this. This was published in 2022. And it does have a map of, I guess, like the cult compound, which I love when there's maps in books, in thrillers. And then the quote, or the, what do they call this, epitaph, at the beginning says, "Look down at me and you see a fool. Look up at me and you see a god. Look straight at me and you see yourself." And that's from Charles Manson. And so that right there is intriguing to me because I'm intrigued by Charles Manson. I've really enjoyed reading books about him and like Helter Skelter and stuff like that. The next book, and I believe this is the shortest, is Good Rich People by Eliza Jane Frazier. I don't know how to say that last name, but this I've heard is rich people drama, which is not always my favorite, but it seems to be psychological as well. A destitute woman receives her way into the guest house of a Hollywood Hills mansion and inadvertently becomes the target of the twisted game of a wealthy family upstairs. So I've heard that this is rich people that invite like down and out people into their guest house just so they can mess with them. And so it could be really good. I don't know. I recognize a lot of the authors that blurbed the back of this, but I haven't read any of them. Yes, 2022. And it says, "To my dog." Oh my gosh. And then the last book that is the lowest rated on my TBR. This is actually the lowest, even lower than both of these. And this is End of Story by AJ Finn. AJ Finn wrote The Woman in the Window. I love that book. I also enjoyed the movie. I got this from Barnes & Noble. I need to take the sticker off. But this is a new release. This just came out recently, like just a couple months ago, I think. The synopsis gives me similar vibes to the newest Riley Sager book, The Only One Left, because I think this is about somebody who's invited to a novelist's house, and he says, like, I'm gonna tell you my story and I want you to write it. But then he ends up maybe solving a murder also. So the synopsis to me sounds great. And I bought this when I was in Vegas on my girls trip, and I bought it brand new from Barnes & Noble because I was really interested in it, and I thought it was going to be a book of the month pick, and it wasn't. But it's blurbed by Lucy Foley, Lisa Jewell, Sherry Lapina, Nita Prose, Gillian Flynn, Stephen King. Like, it has such good praise on the back, but it's so low rated on Goodreads. Like, it's embarrassingly low for how new it is, and it has more reviews than these other two either. So like, this has the most reviews out of the three, and it has the lowest rating. Like, you know, sometimes you don't have a lot of ratings on a book and it naturally makes it low, but there's plenty of reviews for this. So we have our Tempranillo wine, we have our books, and we're just gonna have a nice chill evening. I think my boyfriend is cooking steaks later. He's currently playing disc golf with a friend. And so yeah, just gonna be a nice, fun, casual Friday evening. Okay, good morning. It is Saturday. We just went to my local bagel shop. And if you know, you know what I got, what I always get at this bagel shop, and any bagel shop that has one, is a salt bagel. So I love salt bagels. I think I've had these in a vlog before. Actually, I'm sure I have. But it's just a plain bagel with like pretzel style salt on it. And I love them so much. They're probably really bad for me and I don't care. I just love them. So look at that. Like, that is the correct amount of cream cheese. So I'm gonna eat this and I'm gonna drive, and then we're gonna talk about where we're going, we're gonna talk about what we're doing today, and we're gonna talk about the book that I'm reading. I'm reading the Stephanie Roble book, This Might Hurt. So we'll update on all of that after I've had some sustenance and driven about an hour. We are at Logan's Roadhouse, about 45 minutes or so from where I live, and I am meeting up with Krista from Books and Jams and Sarah from Sarah's Nightstand and some others as well. I don't actually know everybody that's coming, but I think there's like maybe 10 of us that are all meeting up here at Logan's Roadhouse, and then we're going down the road to McKay's, which is the bookstore that I go to all the time in my vlogs, and they have like a buyback system and you can use store credit for things. And so yeah, Sarah actually lives in my hometown, the town that I grew up in. It's actually pretty crazy when I watch her vlogs, and she's like vlogged around the library, and it's like weird because that was my library. So that's kind of cool. But she's moving out of state, so that's kind of like a little like farewell. We're all doing this little meetup, which I'm so excited about. So Krista had posted about it on their community tabs, Krista and Sarah both, on YouTube, and I said, yeah, I'm interested, and so here I am. It's not very far for me to drive, and it's a place that I go to all the time. So we're meeting up for lunch at Logan's Roadhouse, and then we're doing like a little book exchange, and then we're gonna go over to McKay's. So I'm here a little bit early because I wanted to make sure I had plenty of time to get here and that I wasn't rushed. So now I'm just sitting in my car waiting for other people to arrive, and I will wait until I see somebody I know and then get out and hopefully try to get a little bit of vlog footage while I'm in there, but I'm also probably just going to be enjoying talking to people and like meeting new people. So that is what we're getting into today, but I did want to talk about This Might Hurt by Stephanie Roble. So the first chapter, which I already read, I think for like a try a chapter or something, is about a woman who works in marketing in Boston, and she gets an email from this place called, I think Wildwood is what it's called, and it's this like retreat center, and her sister is there, and she knows her sister is there. She told her she was going there, but she hasn't heard from her sister in like 6 months. And the letter basically says, come tell your sister or we will. So there's this big secret that everybody keeps alluding to that her sister doesn't know. So she decides to go to Wildwood and confront her sister and make sure that she's the one to tell her sister about whatever secret it is that she's keeping. But we also have flashbacks to like when they were children, the two sisters, and their dad is extremely abusive. He's like a very rigid, like militant type of individual. It sounds like he was in the military and like a drill sergeant or something, and he literally runs his household like a drill sergeant. Like the girls have to do chores and activities and like challenges to get points, and you have to get 15 points, otherwise you can't go to bed. So like they get a point for like doing the dishes, making their bed, getting an A in school, but then he'll make them do these like crazy challenges like hold a plate on your head for 40 minutes and balance it, or tread water for an hour in the lake, or you know, just like crazy things like that. And he even like uses their interests to make challenges too. Like the one sister is really into like magic tricks, like card tricks, and so she can get points for perfecting them and showing them to him. And they call him sir, and everything is very transactional, like his affection, and it's extremely abusive. And this is what I wanted Darling Girls to be. Like, this is the raw, like, there's definitely something wrong with this man to where he's treating his family like this, and the mom doesn't do anything to help the children. And that's what I wanted from Darling Girls that I did not get. I did not like Darling Girls. If you haven't like seen my wrap up or whatever yet, I didn't like that one that I read in May. But this, I'm not saying that I'm enjoying it because it's abuse of children, but it is raw and it makes sense, and it's not like, obviously he's a villain, but it's not this like cliche villainous type of character. So yeah, I really like what I'm reading so far, or what I'm listening to rather. So far so good. I'm on chapter 7, and I'm just interested for the sister to get to Wildwood in the current day and figure out what her secret is. But I'm also really interested to keep seeing the flashbacks to their childhood and all the crazy things that their dad made them do, and figure out how it relates to their lives now as adults and how the trauma has like followed them. So yeah, so far so good, and I'll be back when I have more to report.
Of my heart to reassure that it couldn't break to pieces and be left alone once more. You got underneath the surface and you shattered every wall, and I know I got that feeling, there's no question anymore. And now I stand here calling at your door. Oh, now I stand here calling at your door. Yeah, I'm yours, anywhere you want. Yeah, I'm yours, and now we're singing, and now I stand here calling at your door.
Hey, it is about 4 o'clock, a little bit after 4 actually, it's more like 4:30, and we are done at McKay's. I had so much fun. All the ladies there were so sweet, and it was so great to meet Sarah and Krista in person finally and give them hugs, especially before Sarah moves. So that was so much fun, and definitely stay tuned for the book haul that I'll be posting of everything that I got. I'm not going to show it all to you in this video. I'm going to have to come back for my book haul. But I did stop at Starbucks again, and I did get the, what do they call this? The Summer Skies drink. So I wanted to try it. So yesterday we tried the lemonade one, and today we're trying the Summer Skies. So this is the summer berry whatever with coconut milk. So, and I guess they don't have the straw for the beads, which is kind of annoying, but whatever. Oh yeah, I like this a lot. Yeah, this is good. So it tastes like a berry, like a strawberry smoothie almost. But like if you also had raspberry and blueberry notes to it as well. Yeah, it's really good. I wish I had the straw to get the beads. To get like the bursting beads with it as well, but whatever. Oh yeah, that's good. And then I also got an ice water. If you know, you know. Starbucks ice water, there's just like something about it. The water that they have there from their tap is just so good. I don't know what it is. Comment down below if you agree with me. Starbucks ice water is just so good. Hello, it is Sunday. We had a pretty slow, productive morning here. We got up, we had some coffee, we did some cleaning, we ate some lunch, and now I'm back to cleaning. Tyler went to play disc golf for a while, and then I think he's picking up Starbucks. So we're gonna try the other summerberry drink. So knocking all three of those out in this vlog. Page like I think 215 of This Might Hurt, and so we need to update on that and talk about it one more time before I finish it, because I'm hoping to finish it today and start the next book for this vlog.
I'm thinking you were made for me. Isn't it my birthday yet? Cause I gotta say, you're looking like a gift for me. Wrapped up nice and neat, baby. Get in my way now, don't be shy. We'll be here dancing day and night. Get in my groove now, don't be shy. Cause I got this list of my favorite things. You could be the part where it all begins. You could be the first and the second and the third, then the rest of it. You could be one of the things I love. Sunday morning breakfast with my bedroom door locked. I like everything that has a cherry on top. Get on my list of the things I love, love, love. You could be the one I trust. All the second chances, they are nothing for us. I like it all with the cherry on top. Be one.
Okay, we're watching Hell's Kitchen, and Tyler brought home the other summer refresher. So this is the just regular one. So no coconut milk, no lemonade, nothing, just made with water. And it's pretty good. It's very light, very refreshing. Not nearly as tart as the lemonade one, and not nearly as creamy as the Summer Skies one, or whatever they call it. And we got the correct straw today. Yeah, so I still think yesterday's was my favorite, but we got to try all of them. So let me know down in the comments if you've tried these and what you think of them. Okay, I'm currently on Paw Print Pals Sprints with Jessie for her YouTube membership. And I finished this, and I think I'm going to give it 3 stars. I don't really understand why it's so low rated. I mean, I think it was a decent thriller. It got a little bit slow in parts, and I wanted a little bit more action and suspense, but it was a decent psychological ride. I felt like I was wondering what was going to happen. I did feel like a little bit let down by the ending, but this isn't something where I was like, oh my gosh, it was so bad or deserves a low rating. I feel like if you like suspenseful dramas, or like thrillers that are more psychological and like slow burn and character driven, so like it wasn't like a action-y popcorn thriller, but like I don't think that it was boring. I did feel like it got a little bit repetitive, and I wasn't super satisfied by the ending, but overall, I think it's a fine book. So 3 stars. I will continue to read Stephanie Robles' books, and let's move on to the next one.
Another rainy afternoon, I don't know what I'm to do. I just miss you more than anything. It's way too quiet in the house. I'm just wasted on the couch, 'cause I don't wanna feel anything. Wish you.
Hello, it is multiple days later. It is actually Friday of the next week, and I just finished working from home, and I am about to get ready to leave to go to Recital. My dance studio's recital is this weekend, and I always love helping with it. It's one of my favorite things about being part of a dance studio, but I wanted to make a little bit of an iced coffee just to get me through the afternoon. It's pretty hot here. It's like 90 degrees here in Virginia, and I currently have no air conditioning in my car. And I probably won't worry about that until July because I'm currently doing a low spend in June. Indy is currently playing with an ice cube, but I made the iced Legero pod, the little blue one that I showed you. Let me show you my Nespresso pods really quick. Okay, so this is the drawer where I keep my Nespresso pods, and some of them like in the back aren't super well organized because it's kind of hard for me to get, like the drawer only opens this much, but the drawer continues to go back, like I'm touching the end. So like my whole hand can fit back there. But I have this foam thing that holds the Nespresso pods, and I got it from my friend Jackie. Her channel is Jackie Wheeler. It used to be Jacqueline. And so these are the iced Legero pods, and they're perfect for iced coffee. It's like a double espresso. And the nice thing about the Nespresso, I have this one, it like reads on the pods, it like reads what size it is, and it's really nice. I love my Nespresso. It is like not what I drink for like my morning caffeine, but it's nice in the afternoons and on the weekends and for iced coffee. So I have a couple of different ones. These are the vanilla, like they're the new vanilla custard pie. It's called sweet vanilla now. I don't know why this isn't focusing. But these are all full coffees. These are the caramel ones. This is the hazelnut one. I don't really like it very much. These are from the holiday collection. This one I really like. The frosted caramel nuts. I really like that coffee part, and it's pretty. This one I'm not really as much of a fan of. This is the Seasonal Delight Spices. It's a little bit too spicy for me. And then the Ice Legero. And then I have some more up here. Just some, various ones. From previous orders or that people gave me, and I kind of display them because they're pretty. And then this tin, I have my reusable Keurig K-Cups, and then just a couple of espresso shots in there. I don't use those as often, but they're nice for like a pick-me-up or like a, get in there, a latte sometimes. So I have my Keurig, and I use the reusable ones, and I have coffee grounds in there, so they're a little bit more sustainable. And then I have my Nespresso for like iced coffee and like my fancier lattes. So that's my coffee setup, in case you were wondering. And this is actually my boyfriend's coffee maker. I actually just set it up a couple days ago. I had a Keurig, and it was a white one, and it's actually newer than this, but it was leaking. Like it would leak a ton. And then this like reservoir down here was like filling with just drippage from after we would make cups of coffee. So this one we pulled out of storage, and I cleaned it all out, and I descaled it with vinegar and everything. And so we're using this one now, and it doesn't leak. So that's good.
Stayed here beside me. This isn't how it's supposed to be. Wish you'd stayed here right with me. I can't shake that feeling that we said goodbye too soon. I know the hour's getting late. I shouldn't sit here contemplating. I just can't stop thinking about us. I won't forget a single thing, from drunken nights to Sunday mornings, and how you smile at me. Wish you'd stayed here beside me. This isn't how it's supposed to be. Wish you'd stayed here right with me.
Hello, it is sometime later, and a lot has happened. So yesterday, I think I was vlogging and filling you in before Recital. I left my house yesterday and went to Recital and helped, and it was great. And it was a nice little show. Tyler came to watch, and then I left from Recital and went and let the dogs out, came back, spent some time with Indy, and then went back to the dogs. I've been back and forth because I'm dog sitting for two very adorable, very precious, very high energy dogs. Then this morning, my friend, who's also the director of the dance studio, said that she was really, really violently sick. Her son was sick yesterday, and then she caught it, and her mom. So she was actually not at Recital today. So, which we figured it out. It's not the first time that I've had to kind of like fill in and kind of help keep the show moving. By the time we get to this point, it kind of runs itself, which is nice. It's really just, you know, funneling little kids on and off the stage, standing side stage and doing the dance for the little kids that don't know it, which, I mean, they're little kid dances, and I had the choreography there written down, so we figured it out. Either way, they were adorable. So I am exhausted because I did not plan on having to like just coordinate and run everything. But the teachers were extremely helpful, so that was very, very nice. I need to take, my dad had something delivered to my house because he was going to be gone the day that it was delivered, so we had it delivered to my house, so I'm dropping it off with him. And I have Indy, just so that she didn't have to go back in her crate for a while. And then I was going to run to the grocery store, but I don't want to have to put her in her crate, so that might be a tomorrow thing. Anyways, I am going to drop this off at my parents' house, and then we will see what we're getting into tonight.
Life too short to go through it alone. When I met you, you left an open door. I keep checking in to see if you're still home. Wanna be your light, wanna be your home.
I just went to the library. I don't usually go into my libraries because, well, this one's a little bit further out, but this one has like a normal parking lot, whereas the one in town, you know how things are in like historic little towns, it's kind of hard to find parking sometimes, especially on the weekend. So I went into my library because I needed to renew my library card. So you renew it like every 3 years. And I picked up Daughter of Mine by Megan Miranda. I'm hit or miss with Megan Miranda. I've liked some, I've disliked some, but I was interested in the premise of this one, and it was an add-on for Book of the Month, but I've skipped Book of the Month the past couple months, so I thought this was a nice free way to try it. I always forget about getting books from my library that I'm interested in. I always do like Libby and Overdrive and all of those apps, but I forget about just getting regular books. And then they had the Friends of Library book sale, and I got this for $1. So this is Pack Up the Moon by Kristen Higgins, and it's like in perfect condition. But I saw this and I feel like it's a pretty popular book. So the wife dies and leaves the husband letters to help him get through his grief. So I think Jessie read this and I think she cried, or somebody cried. Somebody I know read this and cried. So I thought that was a nice $1 pickup there. I posted on my Instagram for people to give me Starbucks recommendations because I just wanted to try something different, and I got some really great suggestions. A lot of them I had already tried, but there was a few that I hadn't, and this one actually was recommended by my sister. Actually, she said to get a mocha with coconut milk, and it tastes like a Mounds, and I absolutely love coconut. So I got a tall, I got light ice, I also got an extra shot of espresso. Stop. It really does taste like a liquid Mounds. That is amazing. My sister, y'all. She's so smart. Okay, that is really good. If you like coconut, or if you like the chocolate Mounds bars, you need to try that. I look tragic. It's surprising the state that I will put myself on the internet. But I just got home from running a bunch of errands. You already saw my library books. But I wanted to show you my grocery haul, right, Miss Indy? The way Miss Indy girl got a haircut on Thursday. She looks great. She was very fluffy and very crusty, so she looks so much better. And her groomer is just wonderful. They always make her look super great. She's always really happy when I go to pick her up, which is wonderful. And so yeah, I just can't say enough good things about her groomer. But this is about groceries. So let's talk about the things I got at Aldi first. So I got these, which are pretty similar to White Claws. It's basically the same thing, just the Aldi brand, and it has black cherry, lime, grapefruit, and raspberry. I don't usually like grapefruit ones, but I like all the other three. So these are nice. These are what I like to drink when we are kayaking because they don't dehydrate me. So That is my kayaking drink. I also got some just regular seltzers, not spiked. These are the Bellevue brand. These are strawberry kiwi sparkling waters. I got 2 different bottles of wine. They're both Cabernet Sauvignon because that's our favorite. This one is a California Heritage and this was like $4. And then this is Intermingle and it looks pretty similar to a brand that we like, the Menage a Trois. It's basically the same thing, I think. But this was, I think, $6. So yeah. I found this rechargeable portable neck fan and I got this for my mom because when we go to Colorado in a couple of weeks, I was thinking we could put this on her and it would like keep her cool when we're out doing things. So we'll see if she likes it. If not, I'll just keep it. But Tyler has one that he got from Amazon and he loves it. So I thought this would be interesting to try and it was only like $4. Let's see, what else did we get? I got these protein red pepper hummus tortillas so I can make some wraps. I got some spicy hummus. I love spicy hummus. And usually it's not spicy enough for me, so I'll add the crunchy chili onion oil from Trader Joe's. I'll add it to that and mix it in. It's so good. I got some avocados, fat-free half and half for my coffee. Cheese sticks. These cheddar brats. Basically smoked bratwurst with cheddar cheese, basically hot dogs. It's like a healthier version of the better cheddar, but this is no fillers, no artificial flavors, no color, no byproduct. So a little bit better for you than the better cheddar. I also got these apple chicken sausages. I love these, and these are raised with no antibiotics, no hormones. But the only ingredients in this are chicken, dried apples, brown sugar, apple juice, and then spices. So that's pretty good. Got these ground beef patties so that we can have burgers. And then I got these petite sirloin steaks. I love when Tyler grills steak for us. I got some beef jerky for myself for snacking. I got some broccoli, Brussels sprouts, peppers for a corn dip that I'm gonna make, red onions for both the guac and the corn dip, canned corn for the corn dip, Rao's marinara. It's my favorite sauce, even though it's like $7. I just love it so much and it's like better for you. There's like less sugar and stuff. And then I got this pesto. I am going to put this on the broccoli. That is what I'm gonna do. So I'm going to put the Rao's sauce with some frozen beef meatballs that I have and then put this on the broccoli and pretend like I'm eating spaghetti. I'm trying to eat less carbs, but spaghetti's my favorite food. Tortilla chips for the guac and the corn dip, and a head of lettuce. The head of lettuce I will probably use to wrap my burgers in. So that's everything that I got from Aldi. And then I went to Walmart and I got a bag of Caesar because at Aldi all they had was chopped salad kits and I don't like chopped salad kits. I want like the full pieces of lettuce. I got light mayo for the corn dip. I got a new phone case for my phone because I actually cracked my screen a couple weeks ago, and when I did that, it messed up my case, but also my case is like discolored from, I guess, I don't know if being put in my jeans or put in pockets of different clothes, but it used to be like a pink and now it's like this dark purple. So I just went ahead and got this darker color. It's kind of hard to tell the color on the camera, but I really like this like deep blue green color. I needed more toilet bowl cleaner for my downstairs toilet. I got a mini deodorant for when I go to Colorado. My travel deodorant I used up on my last trip, so I needed more of that. And then I got this CeraVe hydrating mineral sunscreen and it has a sheer tint to it. I don't know who I saw get this, but I have, like, during the summer I don't like to wear foundation. I like to wear like a tinted moisturizer, and I have one that I love from Bare Minerals. I've been using it for years. I use like a tube every summer, but I sometimes want something even lighter than that because that I can't just like put on and have it look natural. It looks like foundation, but it doesn't feel like it, which is great. But I wanted something that was even thinner so I could put on and just have it feel, I don't know. So let's see. Okay, so there it is. It does feel a little bit thick. So we'll have to see, but it was like $12, I think. It smells like sunscreen, but I thought that would be something nice to try. The last thing I got was this Hot Tools curling iron. Hot Tools was the brand that was recommended to me by my hairstylist, and my curling iron broke, so I needed a new one anyway. So, and that's everything that I got in my haul, and now I get to put all this away. So it is much later. This vlog has lasted forever and I just need to finish it, and I need to finish a book for it. So you know that I finished This Might Hurt by Stephanie Roble, and then I started reading Good Rich People. I DNF'd it at about page 96. It was just a little bit too weird for me, a little bit too, like, I don't know, it was trying to be psychological, but it ended up just having plot holes. Like, they kept talking about it's part of the chase, it's the game, and they'd be like, remember what happened last time? And they just kept talking about it, but then they would never tell me what happened last time. And it just felt like I was only reading a small part of a book that had this whole other storyline that nobody knows about. So I decided pretty quickly that I was going to DNF that. Rich people drama, just not my thing. So then I was like, okay, well, I'll read End of Story by AJ Finn, because I was actually really excited about that. Then I DNF'd that one too at 96 pages, and that one I tried, but that's part of why, like, I started this vlog on June 1st and it is now June 23rd, because I tried so hard with both of those books. I was like, no, I'm going to figure out why these are low rated. I'm not going to hate these books. And End of Story, I'm not going to unhaul just yet. I almost feel like I need like the audio version, but End of Story started off really, really good. I was like super here for it at the beginning. This woman, I think her name is like Nikki. She has been pen pals with this author for like years. She wrote him a letter when she was like really little, and the author actually kept replying to her. And he writes all these mysteries, and like super famous author. And then his wife and his son go missing, and he's the main suspect. Well, she kept writing to him even despite that, even though people kept saying he was a murderer. And now he's dying and he wants her to basically write his memoir. I guess that would be an autobiography. I don't really know. But so the first couple chapters were super gripping and ominous. And then after that, we started getting all these POVs of people in his family, and it just fell super flat. And we were at 96 pages or however, 102 pages, whatever it was. And there had still been no talk or starting to write this autobiography, no looking at the disappearance of his wife and son, trying to solve it. And I couldn't fathom reading like over 200 more pages of that. And the writing style just wasn't what I remember of The Woman in the Window. So I was just like, I'm obviously trying everything in my power to not read these books. So that was telling me a lot. So I decided to DNF both of those. But that means that I only read one book for this vlog, and I feel like I need one more. So I'm going to look on Goodreads and figure out what the next lowest rated book is and see if I actually finish that. So far I understand why 2 out of the 3 are as low rated. I think This Might Hurt. I think it just hasn't found its audience yet. I think it just didn't hit with a lot of people, but I don't think it's a bad book. The other two, just definitely not for me, and I understand why they're so low rated. But I need to read another book and finish this vlog, so we're gonna make that happen. Okay, this vlog, I'm DNFing another book. I got about 40 pages into this one, and I just cannot with the pretentious language. Like, just say, tell me what's going on. You don't have to say, pray, enlighten me. Or like, it just, I can't with the pretentious writing. It seems like it's about theater. And honestly, I can't really tell what it's about. And nothing has happened in the first 40 pages. Literally nothing. So I'm going to DNF The Fury by Alex Michaelides. And I loved The Silent Patient. I mean, I feel like everybody did. I liked his next one, The Maidens. I think I gave it 3 stars, but I don't know that this is the author for me. So this has been a vlog of DNFs, and I'm sorry about that. Okay, we need to finish out this video. This video has been in the works and being worked on and being filmed for over a month. Yeah, that's ridiculous. We just need to finish this video. I had a brief moment where I was just going to cancel this video and like not even post it, but I talked to some friends and they were like, no, you should still post it. Post what you have. So initially, the reason behind this video was because it's been a long time since I've had a 5-star thriller. Like, I think I've only had one 5-star thriller this whole year. And it wasn't even initially a 5-star. It was originally a 4-star, and then I upped it to a 5 later because I just kept thinking about it and enjoying it, and I realized, okay, this is a 5-star. But if you had asked me like 2 years ago, what's your favorite genre? I would have told you thrillers. And I still would tell you thrillers, except that I couldn't tell you half the thrillers I've read this year. And I haven't actually read all that many comparatively to the other genres that I've read. So anyways, the reason that I started this video was to see if maybe some of the lower rated books would work for me. I don't seem to like a whole lot of super hyped thrillers. I tend to have an unpopular opinion, I find, a lot of the time. So I thought maybe by going with my lowest rated that maybe I would find a hidden gem. But if we're recapping, that didn't really happen. So I am now on the hunt for underrated thrillers. I have some on my shelf and I'm going to do at some point an underrated thriller video. So go ahead and leave me a comment down below and let me know what is an underrated thriller that you think I would like based on my tastes. So I started off this vlog reading This Might Hurt by Stephanie Roble. And this one I didn't hate. I gave this one 3 stars. I felt like it was fine. It had multiple narrators, some of which were unreliable. This was fine. Objectively, it wasn't a bad book. It just wasn't anything amazing that I'll think about, you know, a year down the road. So I gave this one 3 stars. So out of all of these books, this is the one that I would recommend. And then I DNF'd Good Rich People. And this I should have known. I don't like rich people drama, but I liked that idea of just messing with somebody just to mess with them and playing like psychological mind games. But at 100 pages in, I still had no idea the backstory or the background. Everyone just kept alluding to what happened last time or why we do this or why we like this, but it never actually explained it. And then we read End of Story by AJ Finn, which was one of my really anticipated releases for this year because of Woman in the Window. But this was a little bit too like pretentious for its own good. It started off really strong with her getting there and like the eerie house and meeting this very eccentric, almost Stephen King-esque character, but then nothing else happened. And I was at 150 pages in and I still knew nothing about the autobiography or the biography that was supposed to be written or the memoir or whatever. None of that had happened. There was too many characters that I felt like weren't conducive to the plot, and maybe they would have been important to the plot later on if I kept going, but I just didn't know why I cared about any of them or why I was supposed to. So this one is probably the most disappointing out of this bunch, but oh well. So those were the original 3 on my TBR, and then I decided, okay, let me pick the next one on that list and give it one last shot, and that was The Fury by Alex Michaelides. And again, pretentious, I didn't care. It was about a movie star or an actress, and that's not something that I love in books, is what I'm finding. I used to think I liked that, but now I'm finding I don't. And it has that element of the narrators like talking to the reader, which sometimes works, but in this case it just seemed overly quirky and ironic for what it was. And so yeah, this one just was a huge no. Alex Michaelides, I don't know if I'll pick up another one of his works. I love The Silent Patient so much. But The Maidens I gave 3 stars, and this one I'm DNFing. So those are the 4 lowest rated thrillers on my TBR. And I think Goodreads was right about these. I feel like this one maybe deserves a little bit of a higher rating, but the rest of them, I hope there are people out there that found these books and loved them, and I'm sure there is if I looked through Goodreads, but I am not one of those people. But so outside of this one, I would say the rest of these maybe you could skip unless there's an element that I just talked about that you really, really love in books. So anyway, that's the end of this kind of useless vlog, but hopefully you enjoyed watching the process and the B-roll. So anyway, don't forget to comment down below an underrated thriller that you think I would like, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.